Okay, so we're ready to start to epoxy this. So we have this 20-minute epoxy by Loctite, and there's our dish. The first one I'm going to do, just to see how this epoxy works, I haven't used this style epoxy yet. I'm just going to do the back piece here to our mount. I had to do some readjusting with the mount, but you know, as just like a carpenter says, measure twice, cut once. So we're going to measure twice, even 3 times, and glue once, because we can only glue once. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to place some epoxy on the inside of the of the mount. See if I can get you a better picture here. Inside of the mount here, and on some just on the outside of this here. First we got to mix up the epoxy, so we got to cut. Oh, too much blade. Get that out of the way. Got to cut. Come on now. Okay, maybe we can cut it with something else. There we go. There's one. Yep, it's open. Oh, come on. Wow, not the best. There we go. Okay, finally open. Alright, let's mix this stuff up. Remember to squeeze carefully, because this stuff has to come out at the same time. It's got to be a 50-50 mix. See, I got to put pressure on the other side. There we go. Alright. Oh. Got a pocket on one side here. Here we go. Ugh. That's not helping. Come on, pocket. Alright. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to close that back up. There we go. Okay, let's start to mix here. So about a 50-50. I'll get some of that away. And that just to make sure. And that. Okay, we're going to mix this up. So here's our epoxy. Now a little of this stuff goes a long way. So I might get by with just this. If I need more, of course I can just mix it. So you don't, again, 20-minute epoxy. Work quickly, but don't be in a hurry. That's where you make mistakes. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this on the outside. This is going to be a tight fit, so you don't want too much epoxy here. I'm just going to push it in from the end of the epoxy first. So epoxy first. Leave yourself a little breathing room with your fingers. Okay. And in we go. And twist as you do it. Twist, twist, twist. We got some epoxy buildup here. Twist, twist, twist. Okay. That's what the Q-tips are for. Twist and push. Okay. You want a snug fit. There we go. Now this is permanent. You're not going to worry about, you know, getting this back out. So you want to make sure all those PVC pieces get are in there pretty good. Okay. So, like any other epoxy, you know, if you have a that's got to be sanded down just a little bit. Eureka. Okay. Alright. Now don't be afraid of using the epoxy. Alright. And twist as you go. There we go. Wipe that off. As you can see, per piece I'm not really using that much epoxy. Alright. So I'm going to work from the base out. Base out here. Do one side at a time. So, epoxy. Making sure to align. Ooh, that's a loose fit, so I'm gonna actually put some epoxy on the inside. Actually, I might actually need more epoxy. Yeah. Oh, got on my finger. And twist as you go in. Twist, twist, twist. Line up that line. Boom. Right there. And clean it up. Okay, first piece. Looks good. And work our way out. Second piece. Oh. Yeah. What am I looking at here? 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Oh, not that. There we go. Lining up our lines. Remembering to push all the way in, because we are not going to be pulling these PVC pieces back out. Make sure to keep your lines as you work out. Alright, so that amount looks like it was good for one side. Go. So, twist as we go in. Twist as we go in. Make sure not to lose your lines. I got some movement here, but that's okay, because my lines are going to help me adjust that. There we go. That's one side. Looks good. Now the beauty of it, working with a 20-minute epoxy, is that if it is off, you can easily eye it back up. Okay. Epoxy again. There we go. So that should be enough for the other side, which works out. Okay. Go. Oh, I think I accidentally moved that other piece. That's alright. Okay. Line up our line. There. next piece. Working quickly, but not making mistakes. And we'll see how these lines line up. Again, I've marked lines from piece to piece so that I have a reference to line them up. Because we're at angles here. Check my other piece, I thought I bumped it. That needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Mosquitoes are out, I'm getting bit. Alright, that needs to go just a tad. There we go. Alright. And looks like we're good here. Last piece on. And then we can adjust it as we need to. There we go. I'm moving my lines. There we go. Oh, there's some movement over here. There we go. Alright, and then we check it. Check all of our pieces. Yep. Pieces here. That looks good. 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 Do it from the front. View it from the back. See if everything's lined up. And that's it. Wait about 20 minutes. It'll dry. And we have our mount. "20-minute plastic bonder. Loctite. Resealable." It's always handy. And with this extra stuff, well, adding anything else on it, you know, it's always better to have more than you need than not enough. Okay, all epoxied. Time for paint.